Yo, it's Cass and Chris. We got you in the mix. Yeah. We say goodbye to the gloominess and the rain. Bright-eyed pupils when we peep the waves. Until we get sipping our local IPA. Welcome to the city built for leisure and play.
Cause we're living. Welcome back. Another edition of the Living in San Diego podcast, episode 277. Thanks for tuning in. I got Mr. Cassidy Lewis on the ones and twos over there.
Yo,
that's his intro. I'm Chris Erickson over here. And this is the Living in San Diego podcast. If you guys haven't tuned in before, we talk about all about, you guessed it, living in San Diego, right? Mm-hmm. Pretty simple.
Yep. I think we got a suggestion the other day to change the name because people listening might not be living in San Diego. They might just enjoy visiting San Diego. I'm like, yeah, I think it's
all about living in San Diego. You could visit San Diego too. This is not the visiting in San Diego podcast. We live here. We were born and raised here. We love San Diego. Share all about it. Share our weekends. We got some sports. We have new to do and I do. What is today's? Let's see here. Sports is fun. We got a big update. New to do and a do. Something big is brewing in the beer world. Stay tuned for that. Our story of the week, San Diego story of the week. Today we're hitting up Oceanside, so we got a little story from there.
Nice.
And then last but not least, we got a question for Cassidy. So we got it all today. And if you guys want to follow us not on the podcast, you want just some clips, what's going on, do both, all right? Subscribe here. You can see it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all those. But if you just want to see other stuff as well, what's going on around town, things happening. Our recent post was 10 new things coming to Oceanside. Not even the thing we're talking about today. So, but that's over on our Instagram, Living in San Diego, LIVIN in San Diego. You'll find us over there. That's where we also post our San Diego story of the week. So yeah, go check us out over there. If you guys need anything, hey at Living in San Diego. I think that's all the ads for today.
Hey.
And if you guys, and this, I just want to throw this out there because a lot of people listening like to podcasts, you never put who the people are to actual real life, like even people who see our clips online that I know, they're like, oh, that was you on there. And like, but connect it to the Living in San Diego. That's also our real estate brand. So we also are full-time real estate agents here in North County, San Diego. So if you guys need anything on that front as well, whatever, we're here for you.
Yep.
Hit us up on any of our socials. So anyways, that's our lead sponsor today, right?
Sweet. I think it is every week, but we just don't mention it.
Yeah, we don't mention it. So today, I just wanted to throw it in there. And we have coming to you live from our Bermuda Club studios up here. I'm trying to think of the next guest because we try to do one guest every month. So I think I got somebody in mind. We're going to try to nail them down. But
nice. Yeah,
stay tuned for that. All right, let's start off weekends. How are we doing? What's the time? By the way,
3 minutes.
Perfect. Okay. Because we got to be on time today because we got somebody coming into the studios behind us. So
it was pretty exciting to come in here and have you had the whole studio all set up and ready to rock.
I'm the
all
intern.
I had to do is push a couple buttons and call it good.
I'm the new intern, the unpaid intern here.
Awesome.
How was the weekend?
It was good. Yeah, I mean a lot of sports per the usual. Although baseball's starting to kind of wind down, so that'll be out of our lives, but soccer will take over, as you know, pretty quick here.
Oh, yeah.
But Saturday had my younger son's rec baseball game. Got a W. Super fun.
Dub.
I don't think we've lost on a Saturday, which is kind of cool.
Should only play Saturday games.
Yeah, I think so. On the same field. We've played on Alga Norte 1 every Saturday for the last 2 months and got a couple wins.
Do you play Sunday games as well?
No, just Cam does.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but anyway, so got the win there. Good game. And then Cam, my older son, had a band event for San Alejo and went down to Chula Vista to play at
a little Chula action.
To play.
Did you know your way down there? Or you're like,
I didn't go.
Going?
Chelsea took him because it was during baseball. But his whole band played, I think, 3 songs maybe down there. So long drive for 2 or 3 songs. But then all the bands, the 3 different bands, got to go to SeaWorld after. Okay. So it was a big to do.
It was like Battle of the Bands or something?
No, I think it wasn't, or maybe it was a competition because I think Chelsea mentioned something about them getting gold, all 3 bands getting gold or something. but maybe they all do. I don't know.
You get gold. You get gold. You get gold.
But then, so Bray and I went and met them down at SeaWorld. I haven't been down there in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
But Charles had a guest pass, so I got to go in free anyway.
Nice.
And yeah, it was fun. SeaWorld has become very booze heavy, which I remember before it was like Legoland where it was hard to find a spot where you could have a beer.
Yeah.
Now it's like every corner. I walked in and I'm like, oh my God, there's a place that says cold beer and margaritas. Let's go.
Let's go there.
Yeah. But I didn't do any rides or anything like that, but went a couple of exhibits, it's not called the Shamu show anymore. It's called,
I don't think his name's Shamu anymore, or her name.
Orca something or other, but it was
Orca Experience.
Yeah. So fun. I love that. I can watch that every day.
It is kind of a small tank for them though.
It is.
If you look at them, you're like, damn. It's a big tank, but it's for like
humongous.
A fish.
Yeah.
For a fish.
Yeah. It's like,
not for a
what'd they say?
orca.
8 million gallons or something like that.
Yeah.
It's some insane size. But I mean, I think all the orcas in there are all born in captivity.
Yeah.
So like this isn't
Free Willy.
new to them.
You Free Willy, and they're
Well,
like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I got to go back.
Right.
Bring me back to my box.
So that I was talking about that. I saw Free Willy, the actual whale from the movie Free Willy. I saw him. I think it was definitely him. At the Newport Aquarium in Oregon when I was like 13 or 14 years old. And then like a couple years later, they let him back into the wild and he lasted like 3 months.
Did he really get to jump the jetty?
No. I think that was AI, I think. Before AI.
The original AI? I think they call it CGI.
CGI, that's right. That's right. But anyway, yeah, SeaWorld, it was fun. Fun watching the boys kind of just run around and try to get on as many rides as they could. Those rides there are gnarly looking.
Yeah, I've never
Emperor-
dabbled in the rides.
No, me neither.
It's more of a recent event where they started building those.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And then Sunday we had early.
Real quick, back to band. My boy's getting he's real excited. He's getting recorder.
Oh yeah, Bray just did that.
I think he rolled his eyes when he said that.
Yeah. Well, because it's the same. It's the same stupid instrument we got when we were kids.
I know.
And
I know.
It sounds awful.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse than the sound. Sorry, Braden. Of 26 kids blowing into a recorder.
Yeah.
Like none of them are together. And like, it's just, I don't understand why that is the instrument that we choose.
It's simple. I mean, there's like 4 notes or whatever. It's just like do do do. You know, Mary had. What's the one he's learning right? What's Brandon? What's the song he learned or is learning?
I can't remember.
Because there was one
I
that
can't remember.
that Lincoln was telling me, but I forget what it was.
Yeah, they performed at Lunch on the Lawn. Braden, I think, decided not to. They didn't have to. It doesn't.
Mary had a little lamb.
Maybe. Yeah. But it just doesn't have a good sound.
No. But Lincoln's excited about it, so I'm gonna let him rip it. He said he gets to take it home and keep it. I was like, I don't know. Do they get to keep them?
Yeah, I think so.
They do?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. Luckily, it's not being played in my house very often, so
okay.
I think you're okay.
Well,
Because I think as soon as like the excitement of it kind of wears off.
Well, that's with everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool, I got this new thing.
Yeah.
1 week later, you're like, where'd that new cool thing go?
Yeah.
Where'd my Labubu go?
Right.
I don't know. Gone. But yeah.
The 5th graders were performed at Lunch on the Lawn last week, and they play the ukulele.
Okay.
I don't know if they all get to play the ukulele,
See,
but that's kind of cool.
That's better,
Yeah.
I would say. A little bit different instrument.
Well, it sounds better.
Sounds better. Little maybe easier to play. I don't know.
I think it's easier to make it sound good. I remember Cam got one when he was like 7, and just strumming it.
Yeah, you could rip
fine.
a few chords.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought in a guitar as I'm cleaning out the garage, a guitar from the garage because Brewer asked, he's like, hey, do you have your guitar? And it was in the garage when we were doing the remodel, so I didn't have it inside. I was like, no, but there's one out there. I had an extra one. It's like, you could have it. He's like, oh, cool. So I brought that in. So now he's the guitar player. We have a recorder. They got a whole band. We have a little keyboard we brought in too. So it's going to be the Erickson band.
Yeah, the Erickson family band. I like it.
Yeah, it's going to sound real good.
Anyway, so then on Sunday we had what's called a blitz tournament. So it's like so this is Cam's team, 3 hour, 30-minute game, drop deads. And so super quick games, like plan accordingly, like 1 pitcher, most likely.
1 or 2 innings?
5 max, but I think we got through 3 in the first game, 4 in the second, and 1 in a third No, 1.5 on in the second game. So or third game. So we got 1 win and 2 losses, but the 1 win was a good one. Like put it to them, I think 9-4, something like that. So yeah, it was a fun morning of baseball, and then just chilled the rest of the day. It was enough. That was enough excitement for one weekend.
A lot of quick games.
Yeah, it was back, and we were literally back to back to back on the same field, and had this umpire that was just liked, I think, to be the star of the show. He ejected both coaches in the second game.
Were you one? Are you the coach?
Yeah, but from the other team, he ejected both coaches from the and me and Brian, who you met, like looked at me. He's like, "Cass, we need to we haven't done anything wrong yet, but let's keep it that way. These guys are they have a short fuse." I just like that he thought that I would be the one.
Yeah, probably.
So, but we didn't get ejected.
Okay. That's a win.
Yeah, that was a win. But it was a fun.
Who coaches?
Fun morning.
One of the dads comes in and coaches, or
for the other side, 2 dads came in and coached after both of them got ejected.
Okay.
So, and they're at the end, they're like, "This was the weirdest thing ever." So, and it was like we've played against that team a bunch of times, and the coaches are very cool. Like one of the guys is like so good with our kids, like pumping them up, and they're just good dudes. The home plate umpire was 77 years old. Should have retired a very long time ago, and misread a comment from the stands. Like he thought they were being sarcastic, and then the coach like asked him like, "Why are you challenging our parents?" And anyway, it steamrolled into him getting ejected and us waiting like 5 minutes while the umpire watched the coach get as far away as he could. And Cam was literally in the middle of an at bat, 2-2 count, when that all happened, with 2 runners on, second and third, and somehow on the first pitch after the delay hit a 2-run double.
Nice.
So yeah, but I'm like, "How did you stay locked in?" And he's like, "I don't know, I just saw a good pitch."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
good to go.
Yeah.
I wonder what that guy went home and thought. He's like,
the old guy.
Yeah, the old dude.
Yeah.
It's like, I got him today, guys. Threw 2 of them out, man. Did he know that the fan was
being sarcastic or wasn't being sarcastic? No.
Yeah.
I don't think he got it at all. And I told all the guy that ran our fields, like the tournament director for our fields, I'm like, he blew that completely out of the, like.
Maybe he had a bad day.
Oh, he definitely had a bad
before
day.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't have maybe he had decaf coffee instead of normal coffee and was just really upset.
I almost filmed it, but then I didn't want to be looked at as me being sarcastic.
Oh yeah.
But him cleaning home plate, which he did after like every batter, took a good 60 seconds. And here we are, we're playing a game that's only an hour and 10 minute, no new, hour 30 drop dead. And so I'm like constantly looking over at our parents, and we're all just like, well, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like he's.
I thought you said 30-minute games.
Hour 30. Hour
okay,
30.
so a few more innings in there. Got it.
Yeah, hour 30.
Okay.
So, but that took probably out of our lives, because we had the same umpire for 3 innings. That probably took a good 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just cleaning the plate.
Plate was clean though, dude. He could
It doesn't need to be that clean.
He could totally see balls and strikes. Oh gosh.
Anyway, so that was our weekend. It was fun.
Nice. Mine was boring, so I just did sports. Obviously, we had sports, scrimmages, all that kind of fun stuff. At one of the Friday, dropped the boy off at Futsal and found some new trails over by you. There's one
nice.
that connects. If you're looking at La Costa Oaks, any North County folk, and the backside connects to San Alejo. There's some trails up there. But if you go around, kind of by like Old Creek Ranch over there, there's a trail that goes like very vertical hill, and there's the big water tower up there.
Yeah.
Anyways, it wraps around. But once you get to the top there, if you're on La Costa Preserve, coming up from La Costa Oaks, I went the other side, but and it wrapped back around to like San Alejo and that kind of stuff. But the views up there are unbelievable.
Killer,
yeah, they're great. It's kind of like, Double Peak or any of the big peaks around there, but you're looking down at the lagoon in Carlsbad. You could look pretty far south. It was a little hazy, but somewhat clear. Right. It's really nice up there.
Yeah. No,
Nobody
I haven't
out.
been up there in a long time, but yeah, it is beautiful.
Yeah, very cool. So anyways, just found some new trails. I was going to go try to hike on Sunday morning, but decided to not necessarily sleep in, but I didn't want to get up early. So just kind of slept normal and then made some breakfast, had a showing out there, getting out and about. And this weekend, very exciting, ordered a bunch of books. So by a
Sweet.
bunch of books, I mean 2 books. But I just, my book pile. Do you order books? Do you read books?
If I'm going to,
I mean,
it's
not read
usually
book. I know
on-
you read book, but like, is it part of your
No.
routine?
I feel like more and more now I just listen to podcasts instead of reading,
Yeah.
which I don't know if is good, but
Yeah, it depends. I mean,
Yeah.
some people count reading books as like listening to like
Books on tape.
audiobooks or whatever. I kind of like the physical form. I don't know. I guess I've never listened to an audiobook, so I can't compare and contrast. But
I like listening to audiobooks. My dad still does. Like if you get in his car, like he's got an audiobook going. He never listens to music. But I got into it with him when we did like road trips or motorhome trips, just him and I. So like we listened to Jurassic Park. We listened to
were
Jurassic
those
Park
the old
2.
actual tapes?
Yeah. And it was like a big envelope thing.
Oh, yeah.
And there was like 8 tapes
Yeah.
for one book. So you'd get to the end of one and it'd be kind of exciting and get the next tape out. And, but I think what was it? Congo was another of the,
That's one of the books I read, Congo.
yeah. So we've listened to all of those. We listened to a whole bunch of other.
Was that Michael Crichton too?
Yeah, Michael Crichton too.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did all the Michael
That was a fun
Crichton
movie.
ones.
I
It was
like
like-
that movie too.
I think it was right after Jurassic Park came out. Yeah, maybe Congo had already come out too.
Yeah, I don't know
which
the
one came
timeline.
out first, but yeah, I like books on tape. I don't listen to them as much anymore, but I do enjoy them.
Yeah. I'm trying to, I have my list. Most of my stuff's like business books. I sometimes will get into like like one of the war stories or something like that. Like, or, they survived whatever.
Yeah.
And it kind of ties into, like Navy SEALs and that kind of, those stories are okay. I don't do too much of the fiction.
I have one author that I like of fiction, James Rollins. He has like a really cool, not 007, but it's like a series of books that are all Sigma Force, which is like a scientific and like action. I don't know. It's a little like Indiana Jones-ish. I do enjoy though. I think I've read all of them, and there's like 30.
Oh, you got some work to do.
This is good. The first ones are like kind of out there.
Yeah.
And then it gets a little bit more, I say normal, but then there's like a mosquito that like takes out the whole island or something like that. But anyway, there's some
Feasible.
weird stuff.
It's feasible.
Yeah.
What did I get? I got Atomic Habits. Have you heard of that one?
No, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a business book. And then The Wealthy Gardener. So I'll report back on those too.
I like gardening.
Yeah, it's
Just kidding.
I think it's like a parable, something
Yeah.
kind of teaching a life lesson of some sort. See, I save these books, or like I'll listen to a podcast and somebody will bring up a book or something you got to watch, and so I'll put a note down in my keep notes, and then I'll like see it a year later, and I'm like, I don't know where this came from. I don't know what this book is about, but I probably, if I made a note of it, I might need to check it out. So
Yeah.
we'll report back on those. I got them lined up. I have one more too. That's been in the queue for a while. So it's I think it's the 4 Agreements. I got halfway through, and then
Life
just never
happens.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So need to make it like when I was doing 75 hard. It was
Yeah, you're reading every
10
day.
minutes every day you're reading. So yeah, I think you can figure out time to do that.
Probably. Do you read before bed?
No, I'll do like news,
Okay.
like Google News, and just kind of see what's going on in the world.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's what Julie says too, and I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't.
You stay away from like
affect
the
me.
really crazy stuff.
Well, whatever's in my feed. A lot of it's local, so some of it, like last night, I found some of the stuff that we're going to talk about today. And then just like the big articles, big news, what's going on with the war, what's going on with this, So it's nothing too
Is there still
depressing.
a war going on?
I don't know. Who knows? It's on, it's off, it's on. We don't know. That's not what this podcast is about. And then also, we'll report back. We're going to hit up. So my anniversary is coming up next week, but we're going to go out on Sunday, and we're going to do we narrowed it down to, let me tell you the list real quick. See if you've been to any of these. We narrowed it down to 2 of them, but let me find it. That's not on slides. I didn't send her a slideshow. Here, where should we go?
Well, yeah, this is your choice. These
Yeah.
are your choices.
Where'd it go?
You have to either of these places. You need to make reservations like today.
Yes.
Probably.
Okay, so Amalfi up in San Marcos. The reason being, I heard a guy on. Well, I've wanted to go there. We've been to the bar, downstairs, the dockside.
Yep.
But then when we were filming up there doing the Lake San Marcos vlog, I kind of went upstairs and checked out that. It's a really cool view up there. It's really nice. So and this guy on a podcast, he was talking. I think it was San Diego Insider or The Voice of San Diego or one of the other San Diego podcasts. And the intro clip was like talking about the best Italian food. And he's like, well, does this one count? And he mentioned Amalfi. It's like they got really good pizza. They have the big gold brick oven kind of thing. So anyways, want to go there. Urban Sea, Encinitas.
You've been there though.
I've been there a few times. Yeah,
I haven't been there.
Solid, good spot. Cool vibe in there.
It's Brian Malarkey. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Dumpling. Yeah. Urban Sea, Juniper, and all those name places. I don't know how many more.
Ocean area used to be. That was where we went for a rehearsal dinner. That was like a go-to for us for a long time. Yeah. I don't even know if Ocean Air is still down there.
I don't know.
But he's not. He was just the head chef. He didn't own that. He was the head chef there for a long time.
Dumpling bar. There's one in San Marcos. I heard it's pretty good, but there's a new one in Encinitas.
By the barbershop and
by Cal State San Marcos, that 7-Eleven right there.
Yeah.
That little area. Yeah. Punta Mar.
The dumpling shop, by the way, we have friends that have been and they absolutely love it.
Yeah. I think Joshua's been and he dug it too.
Yeah.
There's another one. The one we were going to go to is Encinitas. Punta Mar, but we decided that's not really an anniversary. Punta Mar is the old. What was it before? Oh, El Callejon, I think, over off Encinitas Boulevard and the 101. The Mexican spots changed a bunch of times where McGill's used to be.
Oh yeah.
Was it El Callejon?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and is it Pina?
It was Pina. Yeah. Pina's not there now. There's a sports bar, which is kind of cool, and then Punta Mar's right next door.
Oh, okay.
They kind of divide it into a few.
But is it like a sit down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we went to the sports bar one time to watch a game or whatever, and it's right next door. And you have to walk through the restaurant to find the bathrooms and stuff. And you're walking through and you're like, oh, that looks good. The food looked good. Cool little vibe. And they reach out on one of my posts on Instagram. I was like, what, 3 places you got to check out, 3 newish places you got to check out in Encinitas. It was like, what's Benji's, the Hawaiian place? I can't think of it.
I can't either now. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, off Santa Fe.
Yeah.
We got to think of it, dude. It's how we drawing blank here. Anyways, it was Rosemary's and then one other one that's been here. But they reached out. They're like, well, if you want to try some real Mexican food, you got to get down here. So Punta Mar reached out. So that's on the list. Lana.
Breakers.
Gosh, dang it. That was so easy. I just went there like last week. Lana over in Solana Beach.
Okay.
It's a little fancier. And then Buena Forqueta in your neck of the woods, San Marcos, or there's another one in Encinitas. So there's a few around town, but those are the 2.
I got to check with when we had clients out here last week. They were either going to go to, because they wanted to go somewhere in where Buena Forqueta is, either they were debating between Italian or American. So either Draft Republic or there.
Yeah.
I don't know which one they chose.
I would go. I mean, different vibes, I guess.
100%.
Totally different. But the one we went down to in Coronado, isn't they have one down there? Yeah. It was awesome, dude. The food was so good. It was like
we just had bad service. I feel bad. I mean, we need to go try it again. Like maybe we'll try the San Marcos one soon.
Well, they're just crazy busy with the one we went to. Which one you went to? Coronado.
Coronado, yeah. It wasn't even that they were crazy busy. We weren't treated that great by them.
Yeah.
We just had this lady that was maybe having a bad day, but who knows?
Bunch of bad days. You're a bunch of plebeians. They're like, no, these guys, get out of here. You're not real Coronadans.
That's right. Coronadians, whatever.
I don't know. Yeah. What do we call them?
Cornotians.
We got to sit. It was just the wife and I. It was a busy night, so there wasn't many. But they have the little car right in the middle, so we got to sit in the car.
Yeah.
Cruising in the car as a table in the middle of the restaurant. It was pretty fun. But we're going, Buena Forqueta. I think our Italian friend says it's Chet. Buena Forqueta or Amalfi. So those are the 2. We'll report back next week. Let you guys know what's going on. Let's see here.
Brian really likes, speaking of Italian food, Brian likes the one, or his family likes the one in Cardiff, right by our old office in Compass.
Yes, Cottages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. It's like old school.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah, I've been there.
Kind of dark.
Yeah, it's
Italian.
Which is cool. I like that vibe too. I mean, it's one of the only ones not right on the beach, but good view out the window. You're across you're kind of across the street from the campgrounds, but still, like that location in Cardiff is pretty cool.
Cool.
It's all right. Yeah, it's just old school. It's been there for a long time. Cocktails,
pretty good.
cocktail hour, all that kind of stuff. But all right. Yeah. So that was it. Kind of a boring weekend for me. We'll see what we could do this weekend. We'll try to ramp it up for you guys, get you guys some intel.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ramping it up. We'll see. But I think it's mostly sports.
Yeah.
We have playoffs coming this weekend, so get ready.
Oh, all right. I'm getting ready. All right, let's get into, well, you brought it up, sports. How about some sports? So real quick, back to sports and something coming up that we might do this week is the San Diego Sockers.
Yeah.
They got playoffs coming up. So they're playing tonight, which is Wednesday in Milwaukee. Milwaukee.
Okay, yeah.
It's Algonquin for the good land. So they're playing up there. And then they'll come back, play at Front Wave Arena on Friday. And if they need to, they'll play on Monday for the finals. But anyways, I guess...
Is there not a Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
Okay.
Is that what I said? No.
I thought you said today.
Oh, no. Today they're playing over
in
there.
Milwaukee,
and then they'll
Friday.
come back on Friday.
Got it.
And then if needed on Monday. So
it's a 3-game series?
3-game series, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nick Pereira scored the game-winning goal in overtime, and the San Diego Sockers beat the St. Louis Ambush 6-5 on Sunday night to earn a spot in the Major Arena Soccer League Ron Newman Cup Finals. That's a lot of words right there. The Sockers traveled to face the Milwaukee Wave in Wednesday's game 1, best of 3. It starts at 4:35. It'll already be dropped, but I think the Friday game too, if you guys are listening to this on Thursday and potentially Monday if they need that game, but it's going to be streamed. I believe we watched it on YouTube last time. Pretty fun. It's actually like, obviously that's, certain sports are better live. Certain are better to watch. Like I like football games on TV.
Yep.
Just been to a few, maybe it's only been one, like UFC fight, much better on TV. But when you go to the Sockers, it's much better in person. Yeah, because it's such a small arena. It's such an intimate little place.
I think hockey's that way too.
Yeah,
like
hockey's
it's so fast moving and stuff like that.
Been to a few hockey
Hard
games
to find
as well.
a puck on TV sometimes. You're like,
Yeah.
wait, what did he just? Who
Didn't they? Remember they had the tracer for a while?
Yeah,
like
did.
they put that up there.
Yep.
That doesn't happen anymore. Now it's just like where's everybody
I think the
looking? Where are they
puck's
skating to?
Yeah. Pereira, I think, is a City SC San Marcos coach or director or something like that. Because the message I just sent out to our team yesterday with like a link to getting tickets for Friday said our own Pereira.
Oh, nice.
So
from who's hawking tickets at your place? LCYO?
No, City SC. San Marcos.
City SC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what Julie said. Everybody's hitting her up for City SC, people she knows. Like they're trying to fill. Bermuda Club's hitting us up at least.
Yeah.
They got
they want to fill the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a box of tickets, which is kind of cool if you do it through. I don't know if you saw that email come through, but they're doing you can get your kids. They're doing like a halftime 10v10
that's right.
little show, and we could get our people in there through the Bermuda Club. However they set it up, but so. I'm still like on the fence. Yeah. Lincoln's like, I want to do it. The other guy's like, no, we'll see. It's 7:30 game. That's late.
That's kind of late. Yeah.
We have
especially
stuff
baseball
this weekend.
playoffs at 8:30 a.m.
That'd be tough. Yeah. But anyways, they're traveling to Milwaukee and then they'll come back. So top seeded Sockers, who are seeking a third MASL title in the 17th championship in club history, will try to beat the Wave squad that won both of the club's regular season matches. That's not good. So Milwaukee they prevailed 8-4 at Front Wave on December 7th and 10-5 in Milwaukee on January 17th. Yeah.
Why is a team in Milwaukee called the Wave? That seems
That's
so
a
weird.
good question. Yeah, I don't know.
They move from somewhere?
Yeah.
Although we were in Michigan, they're in fall, we were the Whitecaps, which is a West Michigan Whitecaps team. So it was about the Whitecaps in the lake as opposed to the ocean.
Yeah, I don't know if there is waves out there too, but not much.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Milwaukee even on the lake? I don't know my Wisconsin.
Shoot, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really a Wisconsin connoisseur of what's going on there, but also the Gulls are back again. Well, hey, quickly, the San Diego Gulls will open a best of 3 first round American Hockey League playoff series. What site is this? It just keeps updating. Against the Colorado Eagles in Loveland, Colorado on Wednesday. Those games are fun. Like you said, hockey games are super fun live too.
Yeah.
Colorado hosts Friday's game as well as Sundays if necessary. The Gulls went 3-5 against Colorado during the regular season. And the Seals squeak in. So the San Diego Seals slipped into the National Lacrosse League playoffs by earning a weekend split against Las Vegas Desert Dogs, the old Desert
Yeah,
Dogs.
I love that name.
So they're going to travel to the Colorado Mammoth for Saturday 6 p.m. single elimination playoff game. So a lot of minor league professional sports that we got playoffs going on right here in San Diego.
Yeah. We have did we talk about it on the show? We have a new women's professional volleyball team. We watched it on TV a little on Sunday afternoon.
How was it?
It was good. Like volleyball is actually kind of an entertaining sport.
Do you remember their name, the team name?
They are no. God, if Braden was right here, the Vibe.
You might be
Is that what they're called?
I've only heard the commercials. Yeah, I saw one.
Mojo.
Oh, maybe the Mojo.
I don't know. Something like that. It's something like cool, I don't know. You Google it.
I'll Google it while you're talking.
No. But anyway, it was entertaining to watch. They turned it off for the Padre game.
Oh, that's
when we were at DJ's
come on, guys.
eating lunch. Yeah, I know. But yeah, it was
Who
pretty
watches the Padres anyways?
That's right.
San Diego Pro Volleyball.
Yeah.
Mojo.
Mojo. It is Mojo. Okay. Vibe is a pretty good name too. I like that.
That might be
It might be the next team.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the team they were playing. I just don't.
San Diego Mojo. There we go. And they play at where? VA House? Do you know?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of sports, just not much professional sports here.
Yep.
My brother texted our family group, would you rather, I'll hear it from you too, A or B? A, have the Chargers win a Super Bowl, or B, have them move back to San Diego?
At this point, maybe neither.
I'd go
Definitely
B.
not A.
No, A is like, come on, why would you even put that out there? Definitely going with B all day.
Yeah. No, I guess I'd rather have them back.
Yeah. Okay.
I might still be a Bills fan, but
yeah,
no, I
that's all
definitely
right.
would be a Bills fan.
All right, MLS. So we got MLS. They've been slipping a little bit. San Diego FC.
This is like their first skid in this season or last.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's kind of wild.
I don't even know if I could watch them anymore. No, just kidding. They're still fun. But we did watch at least the second half. Oh, no, I turned it on. It was 2-1 already when they played against Utah over the weekend. And so I didn't see how they scored their first 2 goals. But it was basically like our goalie gave them up, more or less. One, did you see it at all?
I saw the replay.
Oh,
I didn't watch
dude.
the game, but
So yeah, he just a lazy little pass, like to your defender. You know, you got left to right. He goes left. The guy's charging him, just intercepts the ball and scores a goal within. I mean, he was 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one, it was a little bit more of a deflection, but still, it didn't look like too difficult of a defense for the goalie. He just misread it or something. But because we don't have CJ Dos Santos right now, I guess he's maybe still banged up or something.
Yeah, we haven't had him all season, though.
No. So we've had this dude.
18-year-old keeper.
Yeah. I think he's 19. But 19 still,
now? Yeah.
That's not much more.
No.
But like those
but he
two
was
goals,
also great. Like the first month, he was really good.
Yeah, but we're gonna bag on him when he's not doing good.
I know. I mean, the keeper always gets it.
Yeah.
Even though, who knows? Defender probably could have run that first goal where it was like the lazy pass.
Yeah.
Defender should have also just charged the ball.
No, I mean, the defender.
Yeah.
It was probably from me to you.
It was very
close.
Yeah,
the guy was very close, but. Still, I'm going to blame the goal. Anyways, they haven't won in 5 games. They've lost their last 3, but they're still in the mix, right? It's a long season. So power ranking wise, we're going down. The Vancouver Whitecaps are number 1.
There you go. You got another Whitecaps.
They're crushing it. Who's the other big boys? Where's Miami? It's my boys like
one of the
Miami.
LA teams is doing really well too, isn't it?
Inter Miami is 7th. Let me see. LAFC. So not the Galaxy.
Not the Galaxy, yeah.
Number 4. But we're going to find out the power rankings because we're going to talk about power rankings for baseball here in a second. But scrolling down, okay, we're on 14. No, Toronto. 16. So if you want to win soccer games, it's best to avoid this, is what they see. And then they show that play of him getting, they call it interception? I don't know. Interception, yeah. Week after week, it seems like San Diego hit themselves in the face with a wiffle ball bat. They're shortly removed from a historic expansion season, and they're still a good team in here somewhere. but they're winless in 5, and some of the early season luster is fading. So previously it was 4-2 against Real Salt Lake. Next we have 4-22 at Houston. I think they're the Dynamo, right?
Yeah. Is that today? Yeah.
Is that today?
422.
Oh, nice. Yeah. All right. We'll turn that on at some point. But anyways, yeah, still fun to watch, but it's like we're not having the magical season. But as you look at the standings in San Diego FC, they're still in the playoff hunt. Even though they haven't won in 5 games. In the Western Conference, they are sitting, I believe, 9th here. Come on. Technical difficulties. Oh, there we go. Okay, so they're sitting number 9, ranked number 9, and at the bottom it says, so your playoffs are like blue, and then playoff qualifiers are red. We're the last red team, and then 10 through 15 are out so far. But got to get some wins in there.
Yeah, for sure.
So the Vancouver's
Gotta remember how to
7
win.
wins, no draws, 1 loss. So they're crushing it. San Diego FC has 11 points total. But we'll see where that goes. Long season. Okay, MLB. Let's get into power rankings. You ready? San Diego power rankings. The new team in the top 5 leads NL Central, surge in the power rankings, but San Diego has made a big run too. They're sitting number 3 in the power rankings. And here's their, this is from MLB. So they're all different. There's some that are 5, 3, whatever. SI has them at 2 or 4, I forget. But from MLB, so whoever wrote this, I'll confess to not being much of a Korn fan. Me too. But their entrance music for Mason Miller is an undeniable hit of the season so far. The band's absolutely into it. They sent Mason Miller a care package this week to thank him for using their song. Did you see the photo of it? Like all kinds of gear.
Yeah. But he didn't even pick it.
No, he didn't. But he's
on board with it.
Yeah. It's kind of funny to think of Korn sending a care package. I mean, it kind of is. That's all it says for them. So, but then I saw a guy post about this power rankings and where San Diego is, and he's like, and he's a San Diego fan. He's like, are they really number 3? You're like, I don't know. Like
they have a hot streak going.
Correct.
For sure.
Which is kind of how power rankings go. You get on a hot streak, you're going to move up.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are obviously number 1, but
Giants also beat the Dodgers yesterday, so that's a positive.
Good. Keep going.
I know.
They split 2 with the Rockies too.
Yeah.
In one of the first, there's only been 11 of these games in Colorado where has been a 1-0 game. San Diego had one of those last night.
Yeah, really.
Guess how the winning run came in?
1-0.
They won 1-0.
Sack fly?
No, there was a walk. Manny Machado walked in like the 7th or 8th inning.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
That's how the Dodgers scored their 1 run yesterday, too. The Giants got 1 out and then walked 4 batters in a row. So
you're like, come on, how does that happen?
I don't even know.
Professionals, come on.
Yep. And then got 2 outs to end the inning.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
So I don't know. They were previously number 5. Super fun to watch right now. Some of the things that they have been doing with the walk-offs, with the closer, that domination, with they still haven't, like, it's a lot of random parts that are coming through, like Camposano will get a homer. For me, might get a hit. Even Crone Zone gets a knock here and there. And
does Tatis still not have a homer?
Tatis still doesn't have a homer.
Wow.
In the top 5, beside, like, Laureano's doing okay. But everybody, like, they're hitting in like low 200s, maybe. Like last time I saw Merrill, he was sub 200. So like all the main dudes aren't hitting, but they're getting the job done somehow.
Yeah.
When the time is needed. And it's nice to see like Jake Cronenworth not having a good batting season. Had decent defensively, but to see him in like the 8 or 9 spot, because you have enough hitters, potential hitters in front of him. Like he's like last year, he's like a 6-7 batter.
Yeah.
But it was just like, he's never been
started the season as a leadoff.
Yeah. He's never been like a super good hitter, but it's nice to see that you have enough, to plug in Ramon, plug in Andujar, whoever's our DH for the day. Sheets is doing okay, but you could push him. Even our catchers, they're usually hitting number 9, but having somebody to fill those spots where that Crone Zone is your 9 hitter, he'll come through here and there. But he's not a 4, 5, 6 hitter that we've seen him in sometimes. So
Yep.
Anywho, your boys are at, I think, 17. What's the update on your guys?
They're playing better. They won their last series, 2 out of 3, and beat the Dodgers last night. I mean, the offense isn't great. Starting pitching, some of the guys that you thought were going to, like Logan Webb has not been great yet, which at some point.
Once again, coming back to stats or like the law of averages, right? Like it's going to work itself out at some point.
Yeah. Like he's not finishing the season with a 5 ERA. Like he's probably going to finish it with 3.2, something like that. So at some point here, he'll step it up. Landon Roop has been phenomenal. He pitched yesterday against the Dodgers, other than walking 4 batters.
Okay.
But I think he struck out Ohtani and made him look ugly, which doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
So love to see that.
That's always good.
And then I think the bullpen, might have the lowest ERA in the National League, I think. So they're stepping up right now too.
Yeah.
So, which they blew 2 games in a row in the second week of the season. So it's good for them to
winning a series is a good start.
Yeah.
You're like,
you
okay,
got to win. Yeah. If you start winning a couple series, then you're good.
So Giants are at 24, previously 23. Giants fans have been fascinated to see how the catching situation was going to play out this month with established starter and team leader and 2-time Gold Glove winner Patrick Bailey struggling and Daniel Susac launching baseballs all over the place.
Yeah, he's been insane.
There was a real shift Friday when Susac got the start over Bailey on the night when he would have ordinarily been Bailey's. With Logan Webb on the mound, manager Tony Vitello said it could now be an every other day situation.
Yeah.
I did see a post talk about pitchers, relievers, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if there was any relevancy to it, but because I didn't look into it. It was like on Instagram, but Edwin Diaz, Dodgers closer. He's our closer, right?
Out for
a few months. Elbow surgery, only a few months. It seems like
taking out like bone fragments or something like that. It's
still, that's a lot of guys we've seen do that and be out for much longer than that. But the post or whatever said something about they've inquired about Mason Miller.
Why would you ever do that?
They better not. But there was it didn't say they shot it down. It said there was talks and there was whatever they named a few players and they're like, I don't know that
in division is
in division
during the season.
Yeah,
it happens like after seasons and stuff like that. But in division during the season, if you do that, that's the worst possible thing. Just for your fan base, especially to the Dodgers.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Like we heard somebody when we were at, I think, it was when Cody Bellinger was hitting for the Yankees, and he's getting booed. Of course, he's getting booed because he was a Dodger, not because he's a Yankee.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about him on the Yankees. And the guy next to us, he's like, "Once a Dodger, always a Dodger."
Yeah. Hopefully, it was just a random post that somebody just put out. But
yeah, I think so.
Who knows? And in other news, new Padre ownership is almost finalized. Do you see all that?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll dive in a little bit more of that next week. Running short on time here, but it sounds like, I don't know, out of all the guys, they had the San Diego dude who was born in San Diego, the Warriors guy.
Mm-hmm.
You had the Detroit, was it Pistons,
I think,
owner, and it went to none of them.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I was reading a little bit about the bids, and a few of the crews, they were like a lot of bids over $3.5 billion, which is insane. The last sale it crushes the Met sale of like by a
couple bill.
Yeah, just a few bill. But Jose Feliciano and Kwanzaa Jones are expected to acquire at least 30% and up to 40% of the San Diego Padres. And in that too, he works for a hedge fund, Clear Lake Capital, and they have a ton of investments and all that kind of stuff. But it sounds like it's going to be his personal investment, so he's not going through the business. So they're not going to do it. But bringing in some of the other groups that were potentially bidding on it, whoever Drew Brees' group was, who was originally Joe Kudla, which is the Fiore guy, but he was out according to this article. But we'll get into it a little bit more next week. Kind of dive in. Because I'm interested, I want to do some research and kind of figure out what this guy's all about. I know he's a part owner of Chelsea. There's some, let's say, not issue, but potential conflict of interest because guy who partially owns the Dodgers also owns Chelsea, who's part of this group, who's going to, it's like not, so the Dodgers wouldn't, this guy wouldn't be part of his, but there's, is there, it just seems like a little convoluted where you're like, you have a part Dodger owner in that group. Now this guy owns the Padres. Like, I know, a little bit of shenanigans, but hopefully he comes in. They spent apparently a ton of money in Chelsea, even though they're almost going to get relegated this year. But it's
Crazy.
like still like spending money, but do it in the right way. Have the right people. Hopefully don't come in. Like, I think when they like Clear Lake and all those guys bought Chelsea or his whole group, it sounded like they kind of came in and looked at the fans as like a product and as opposed to, like building culture.
Yeah.
So hopefully he comes in and does the right stuff, but we'll have more on that next week.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh, the Sequan band of Kumeyaay Nation might be part owners too. Apparently they own part of San Diego FC.
Yep.
So, all right.
Got a lot of money.
Yeah. Casinos pay a lot of
right.
money. All right. How about some new to do and I do?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Here we go. You bring up sorry, I should have you're going to do to do this week again, but I'll do new as we get rolling. And it's a new pasta spot over in Encinitas. It's kind of cool. So, loading. We'll be there in a sec. We will be right with you guys. And it's kind of reminiscent of another pasta spot over in Encinitas, but everybody likes new as well. So, fresh pasta destination. Let me read that again. Fresh pasta destination offering 75 plus combos debuts in Encinitas. Encinitas welcomes Pastaria Vivi, a space that combines a pasta shop, casual dining, and Italian retail market. So it's right next in the same shopping center as Trader Joe's, right next to the dumpling bar we brought up earlier. But they're going to have 75 pasta and sauce combinations that guests can mix and match. The shop also offers a monthly subscription with curated pasta meals. So if you want to get your monthly pasta fix, there you go. But it's mostly to go. They do have a little bit of in dining, they have a little pasta bar. They have a few seats outside, but it sounds like most of it's kind of take and go as far as the market goes. But the concept combines a pasta shop, casual dining, and an Italian retail market at the Encinitas Village Shopping Center. It's designed to make high quality pasta easy to enjoy at home. Customers can pick up ready to cook meals or shop for Italian pantry items and specialty products. Space also has a communal table, a small pasta bar, and outdoor seating. And their subscription is the Vivi Pasta Box with curated pasta meals. And they have plans in the future, pasta making classes, events, and an in-house flour mill by 2027.
Very cool.
Yeah, so if you guys like fresh pasta, now there's another spot. Now, if you want to go to the other OG spot in Encinitas, you can go to Rosanna's as well. Support them as well. But if you want to go check out the new spot, definitely go.
Nice.
Go give it a whirl.
Very cool. To do, got a cool one. I see why you chose me.
Yep.
To do is San Diego Zoo's Food and Wine and Brew. It's a wild night with a purpose. Obviously, purpose is raising money, which is always San Diego Zoo's MO. But a really cool event on, what day was it? May 2nd from 7:30 to 10 o'clock. And it's a whole food and wine festival at the San Diego Zoo at night. So a whole bunch of lights, and San Diego Zoo at night is pretty rad anyway. But a lot of really cool food and beverage vendors. I can't find the list of who's actually there or what you're getting for your admission, but general admission is $179. It covers all food, wine, and beer tastings. Plus, there'll be live music.
Nice.
Dancing with animals. No, I'm just kidding. Just dancing. And entertainment. All participants must be 21 or older. No children or strollers permitted. Be weird to bring a stroller without a child in it. VIP tickets, $299. Includes everything in general admission, plus every early access, exclusive lounges with their own food and beverage vendors, and VIP only restrooms. Oh, yeah, a little extra comfort goes a long way on a night like this. So definitely worth checking out. I don't think I've been at the zoo at night, but I've never done one of their events like food and wine events or anything like that. But always looks like a fun time.
I don't think I've ever been at night. That'd be kind of a
It's
cool
pretty
little
rad. Yeah, because during the
experience.
summer they do like I think they're open a little bit later, and so they have like all these. They have lights everywhere, and you don't see as many of the animals and stuff, but a lot of like the indoor things you can still go see, like the reptiles, and there's also some enclosures and stuff that are a little lit up. And
yeah,
it's cool.
Nice,
definitely worth checking out. So yeah, this looks cool.
All right, no kids.
Get
out of here, kids.
Adults only.
All right.
Go to the zoo with
ditch
just
your
adults.
kids. Yeah, just go to the zoo. The kids are like, wait, that's what you bring us. You're like, sorry.
Nope.
Not today. All right. And then adieu. Have you heard this news yet? We're bidding adieu to Stone Brewing.
Oh, no.
Did you hear that?
No.
San Diego's largest craft brewery is changing hands again.
Oh, geez.
Firestone Walker.
Oh, it's back
Brewing.
to craft.
Yep. And Duvel are acquiring the brewer in a move that will mean the eventual end of the widespread production in San Diego County. So basically, what happened, Sapporo, who bought Stone, they are getting rid of Stone. They do not want it. They're going to probably lose a ton of money. I don't know how much they bought it for, but it was a lot.
When will they learn?
I don't know. But
Like these big companies.
What they're doing, though, they're keeping the Richmond, Virginia plant. That's where they're going. That's where Sapporo's gonna be brewing all their beer. They're going to they're going to keep it for the rest of the year. They're looking for buyers of the Escondido place.
Wow.
So what do you think would be a good fit for the Escondido place? They're going to brew till the end of the year there, but then it's going to be up for sale. Stone's not going to have it. Sapporo's not going to have it. It's an awesome spot. Who do you think would be a good fit?
I don't know who's big enough to
Yeah,
take
I
that
know.
spot.
It could be like, I think, I was just thinking
like
right off the bat,
out-of-state
like
one or something.
Like Bergen would be.
Would be rad, but that's a huge
It's
investment.
a big place.
Yeah.
Because then they have the facility, they have the brew facility, they have all that kind of stuff.
Employees and stuff.
Yeah, I think they have. That's why they're trying to find a buyer. I think it's like 300 employees, whatever it was. A lot of employees there. But they are trying to, keep that open in some capacity. It's going to stay open, sounds like, through the end of the year while they figure all this out. They're going to keep Liberty Station. Firestone's going to keep Liberty Station.
Okay. So that'll be a Firestone, or will it be Stone?
It'll probably be Stone, yeah.
Oh.
And they're still going to brew Stone beer there. So
Okay.
that we'll have a smaller footprint here. So if you do want San Diego Stone beer, it sounds like it'll be there.
Okay.
They're going to keep the tasting room in Oceanside where's the other two? There's two more. The one's by Petco, or the one at Petco.
And the one is that one still there by the train station in downtown?
Yeah, I don't know. There's like three of them that they're keeping. Let me see who was in here. It's a long article. Venues changing hands. Here we go. Liberty Station location will continue to operate as both hospitality destination and active brewery. The Stone Brewing facility, 160 people at the Escondido Brewing facility, and the bistro with around 140 workers. So there we go. That's a lot. The end of 2026 is when they're looking for that. They're going to support us keeping the Virginia place. They're in talks, continuing talks to try to find alternative of somebody to come take over the spot in Escondido. The Stone's production will shift to the Firestone Walker's facility in Paso Robles.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot they had that.
Did I say that right? Paso Robles? How do they say it?
Paso Robles, but
Paso. I heard it on the radio one time when we were
Robles.
driving through there. And now I don't know what it was, but so yeah, they're keeping, Liberty Station. I'm just scrolling through this.
That's a big.
It doesn't have, but anyways, yeah, they're keeping a few of the tasting rooms around here too. But anyways, yeah. Do you know that Firestone is the name of the owner?
Yeah,
like, that's their last name.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, it's kind of cool.
Yep.
So anyways,
but it's different than Firestone tires, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But anywho, so Stone's getting a new home. We're saying goodbye to it as San Diego roots.
The Escondido one that's a big change.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll end up being a company from out of state.
Yeah.
Or something like that, because I can't picture a brewery big enough in San Diego right now to take that over.
Yeah, or you get multiple, kind of make it like
a collab type place.
Yeah, like a collab, but I don't know how well there's a few of the smaller ones around town. I don't know how well those are performing, but
Could also just be a really cool restaurant. I mean, the venue itself is epic.
yeah, but then they have like a huge brew facility
Yeah, I
too.
know.
So
But
you got to
yeah,
figure all that
but
out.
That's what I mean. Maybe splitting it into like somebody's production facility and also a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like separate.
It is a
companies.
really cool
That's
restaurant
rad.
venue.
Yeah, it's rad.
So if you guys want to go enjoy that, you probably have till the end of this year. I do need to make another. It's been a while since I've been there,
Yeah,
so
same
need to
here.
make another trip there.
They still fill growlers? I probably still have mine.
Maybe they do. Maybe we have our living in San Diego summer party there. One last kickoff. All right, we ready for the story of the week?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Get situated.
Let me get ready here. Okay, here we go. So this one's about Oceanside. Here is your San Diego story of the week. It actually comes from an article we saw in Visit Oceanside. Shout out to them. And once we saw it, I was like, that seems like a good story for our podcast. So if you've ever walked the Strand in Oceanside, what used to be called Paseo del Mar Drive, you probably noticed those pink little cottages sitting right on the sand. You know what ones I'm talking about?
For sure.
Yeah, they're kind of salmony, orangish pink now, according to ChatGPT. I'm colorblind, so I don't actually know. But those are the Roberts Cottages. They date back to 1928 when Oceanside was starting to grow as a coastal destination. At the time, more people were traveling by car down Highway 101 and camping and road trips were becoming a thing. But not everyone wanted to fully rough it. So instead of tents, you had these small auto courts pop up along the coast. Simple places where travelers could pull up and stay right by the beach. And apparently there's still 2 other auto courts still in Oceanside. I read the article and it had 2 other ones and I looked them up. So I don't know if I found them, but there's 2 other ones in there too.
Interesting.
A developer bought that stretch of oceanfront and built 24 small cottages. We're talking about right on the Strand north of the pier, each around 300 square feet, giving visitors their own little beach spot for a night or a weekend. Back then, you could rent one of these. I will have a question for you in the future, but I'm not yet. Back then, you could rent one of these for about $3 a night.
Wow.
Then in the 1940s, a couple named Harry and Virginia Roberts bought the property, which is where the name comes from today. And then in the 1950s, they did something pretty unique for the time. Instead of keeping it all as one property, they started selling off each cottage individually, which is essentially one of the earliest versions of own your own condo concept, detached condos, what we have here in California. So, Cassie, now it comes to you. When they were selling these originally, how much do you think each house sold for?
So when they were splitting them off.
Yes, when individual.
And what year was it?
19, I don't know.
I'm not just going to like throw a number out.
Let's go 1950s. He's really thinking about this time. So how much do you think those sold for?
Let's say 20 grand.
Okay. They were going for right around $5,950.
I think that's the closest I've been yet.
15,000. You nailed it. For beachfront property right here in San Diego. Fast forward today, and these cottages are still there. They're individually owned. Some are used as short-term rentals, and if you look them up, which I did, they're actually relatively affordable for like an Airbnb on the beach, like $500-600 a night. I even looked like 4th of July weekend, and it was close to that $600, 5-night minimum, but
Tiny though.
tiny, 300 square feet. And on the ownership side, the most recent sale, it was 288 square feet, was $1 million in 2025. It was because there's 2 rows. You have one row and then you have the next row back. It was one right basically on the Strand, unobstructed ocean views. And there's also, I saw at the end, there's like, it sold back in 2018 or something. Maybe even before that, but it was the end unit. It's actually 4-bedroom. It's like, it was used as office, they have the garage back there. And so if you're driving, you'll see it at the end. It's like a real long, skinny building. That's what that was. But they become one of the last remaining examples of those early beach auto courts in Southern California. A lot of the coastline obviously has been redeveloped over the years, but this little stretch has held on and is now considered historically significant. So next time you're walking the Strand in Oceanside, those cottages aren't just a cool visual. They're a piece of early California beach culture and some that somehow made it through all the change. So there you go.
Rad.
San Diego story of the week. Yeah, it was. I thought it was kind of cool.
It is. I like it. Very, very interesting.
Because growing up here, if you ever drive the Strand, walk the Strand, go down there to the beach, you've seen them.
100%. Yeah.
They're just right down there in full view. But I never knew. I'd assume it was just like a big company or something bought them out at one point, and, you know, but who knew they were individually owned?
Yeah, I didn't either.
So we should farm that neighborhood.
We should.
There was actually 3 sales in 2020.
That's a lot.
And then nothing, because I think
how many total? I know you said, but how many total?
24, I think.
3 is a lot out of 24.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And it was like kind of right during pandemic, right at the beginning. So people are probably like, market's dead. It's going to crash. Boom. 3 came on the market right away.
Wild.
But yeah, the most recent was last year for $1 million, which, I mean, if you want a little
Price
beach cottage, price per square foot is quite a bit. Price per square foot is quite a bit. All right, let's get out of here. Casty, question for you.
Yes.
All right. What's something you or people overthink way too much? It could be a lot.
This question
is I was going to say, here you go.
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's why I asked it.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know. I can't think of it. What do you have one for yourself? Like to get the ball.
Well,
rolling?
I overthink everything. So yeah,
well, that's a good thing.
Business decisions, where I'm eating for dinner. That's probably,
a good one.
That's
Yeah.
probably the most actually. Like, go answer it then.
I think that especially in our family, we
Causes
spend
so much
like
rift.
2 or 3 hours every weekend trying to figure out what we're having for meals.
Yeah.
And it ends up being fine. Like, but we definitely overthink it.
Yeah.
Well, especially because it's like somebody's got sports till this time, and then somebody's got sports till this time, and do we eat in between or eat after or all that? We definitely put a lot.
What about where to go, or even meals?
Yeah, especially now that the boys are like starting to get more and more opinionated about where we go.
Yeah.
It's getting harder and harder.
Yeah.
So like somebody will drop something, and we're starting to like, if it's like after Braden's baseball game and Cam definitely doesn't want to eat what Braden chose, we'll just divide.
Yeah.
We'll be like, I don't like, they got Panda Express a couple weeks ago and Brandon and I are like, no thanks.
Yeah. That's good for like once, I think every third year. So it's not, I think I did my Panda's been a little bit longer than that, but yeah.
But there's just some of those things. We definitely spend a lot of time thinking about
and overthinking and
overthinking.
Even the conversation we just had earlier about where I'm going to dinner, I gave the wife like 6 choices. And now we're down to 2, and it's like, honestly, I mean, going out, that's a little different. But like a week, like let's get something to go. Yeah, spend an hour debating it. There's going to be, there's a little bit of button heads. 100%. I want this. You don't want this. And then
not everybody always feels like the other person.
But but it ultimately anything would work. It's like a 10 or 15 minute experience eating food. And then you're done with it. And you're like, oh yeah, that was good.
That's fine. Yeah.
So dumb.
It is what it is. Yes.
Definitely overthink.
Yeah. 100%.
But anyways, all right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hit us up. hey@livinginsandiego. Hey. And we'll catch y'all next week. It should be a good one. Adios.